So I said the first buyer that doesn't give a shit about the rent registrations and the tank registration gets the deal. So we were able to push that through, contract, and close. In this next episode of Crushing the Competition, one of the lessons that I learned in owner representation is that when marketing the property, the key is to get very specific on the type of offers that you get from your competing investors. So this building here, we're in the Pelham Parkway area of the Bronx, beautiful park views, corner property, 100 by 100, elevator, low rents. We went out on a pricing standpoint, at probably one of the first buildings that went out over 10 times the rent roll in the Bronx. A lot of brokers thought I was out of my mind. Our team thought we could push the envelope there. So what ended up happening is, in the course of marketing the property, we discovered, number one, the owner did not register the rents for almost 10 years. If you're familiar with rent stabilization, by law you have to register each apartment unit's rent, and then you're encumbered by what percentage of rent you can increase on an annual basis. There was also another issue. There was an underground tank in the rear courtyard that did not have a registration number. So we had two bidders at the top of price. One was worried about the rent registrations and one was worried about the underground tank. Each one thought that I was going to get my owner to capitulate and solve the problem before the closing. So what I ended up doing is I went back to both guys. They both knew what the problems were. Each one didn't care about the other. So I said the first buyer that doesn't give a shit about the rent registrations and the tank registration gets the deal. So we were able to push that through, contract, and close. So it's very, very important that with transparency and the competitive bidding process, that you'll get a deal done for your client and will get you the next assignment. So one of the crazy things about this deal on Bronx Park East is when my buyer signed the contract, the non-contingent contract, I had to go to the management office in my Hummer, pick up literally 10 metal file cabinets filled with tenant files, and hand deliver them to the buyer's office. And before we closed, he actually registered the rents for all 70 plus units going back about 4 or 5 years. And we were praying that nobody came back with any discrepancies or problems. So, you know, there's always the follow-up when you want to get a deal closed. I mean, picking up dusty metal file cabinets that go back 10, 20, 30 years and hand delivering them to a buyer's office. I mean, these are the little things that you can do to help make the deal